So fundamentally, before we go anywhere, looking at brand from an external point of view, purely and simply to create some kind of image that we can build upon, is a fairly pointless exercise without also looking at it from an internal perspective to ensure that the people within the business understand the promises that have been made and understand how to fulfill those promises and build a strong brand these days from the inside out. So we might make a great promise, we might create an expectation, but fundamentally, if I call on the telephone, if I receive a letter, if I go into a store, is everything I've been promised being fulfilled at every single point at which the audience is engaging with that brand? If you think about it, we've got pre-sales, all the stuff we do, our website, our advertising, any kind of campaigns we might run, that's all brand orientated, even telephones. If we think about our brand, first thing we want to do is we want people to know it exists. They need to know it's there and what it does. Awareness. Without awareness, we don't have much of an audience. Then we want to make a promise. So once people are aware of it, they need to understand what the brand is promising them. Then what we need to do is to have a reputation for delivery. A reputation that says, we know what you're promising, we're aware of you, and your reputation says you're good at doing it. So when we look at it in principle, what it says is, think of your brand in this context as creating a receptive environment, an environment in which the customers you're targeting feel warm and happy towards you and are open to a conversation. And sales is about capitalizing on that environment you've created. Here are the brand touch points, just to show you, as I was saying earlier on. If we look at some of the various bits and pieces, we can look at up there, something called our brand identity. We can look at then at something that's called the values, the principles that guide us, and the kind of tone of voice, how people can access that through what we say. Marketing is very much part of brand, how we're going to promote brand and make the most of it, and how brand is going to help our marketing be believable. And then metrics, how do we measure? How do we measure our reputation? Interesting challenge, critical challenge for anybody who's in business. Find your own way to measure it, but you must measure it. Then we've got the kind of four things around the outside. Pre-sales, the work we do before we get a contract. Sales, the work we do to get that contract. Delivery, what we do while we're doing it. And retention, how we're going to work and deal with that customer when the project's over and we're no longer working for them at that point in time.